Well, everybody, it's your boy JR Reviews back at another video. I'm here to bring you another review on another anime. Now, this anime is really, what's the word for it? Really close to me. Now, I made a mistake when I did my weeb stories, and I think when I made anything, the first real ecchi anime that I ever really watched was a little anime called Prison School. Now, if you've never heard of Prison School, don't be ashamed. It's like a one-season anime, and it's actually, sadly enough, the one season was so good that it was able to get a live action season, like first season later on. It was redone for a live action series. Only for Japan, obviously. I think you could probably find in the English dub the live action. No, I don't think you probably could, but probably could find an English sub for sure. And the series is basically about these four guys. Four guys? Let me just check real quick. I think it's four. I might be wrong. Also, I will be using the live action photo for the thumbnail. Let me just go over here real quick here. There's 5 dudes. My bad. There's 5 dudes in total, and they all end up going to this rich, like this, not rich, but like this huge once originally an all girls boarding academy school academy, and since there's the new board chair has basically decided to let guys in for the first time in over almost, I don't know how many years. Since there's 5 dudes, these 5 dudes in like a class in a school with almost 1,000 girls. So 5 dudes with 1,000 girls is like a pretty good odds to get one of them they're all gonna get a girlfriend, right? Yeah. Well, the only problem with that school is that it has draconian methods to punishments. You can be punished for the most smallest of offense. And the school has an underground student council. And on one night after they all decide, even while they're at the school, when they even try to talk to any of the girls before this, they all say no, except for one girl by the main character, which I forgot what his name was exactly. Let me just look it up again real quick. Hiyoshi, that's his name. Hiyoshi is the main character. Who accidentally, his eraser with a sumo wrestler is dropped on the pencil during class. A girl sees it and says, "You like sumo wrestling too? I do too. Let's go see a sumo wrestling match sometime." And she does. And then later on that night, he ends up with his friends, or some friends his friends and some new guys that were that he met recently, end up going to basically peek on the girls in the bathroom, or while they get showered and everything. In a almost kind of brilliant way, is I gotta say, they're not gonna go directly and peek by them. They're going to way upstairs on the top of where there is a top of the roof, and then where there's a roof access, and they're gonna lower their cell phone with a video feed on down the side of the building, because there's a window facing the changing room for the ladies, and something happens, and Futuro ends up going down there and is caught by the girl that he met in class, but she doesn't think he's a guy. She doesn't know he's a guy because she took out her contact lens, so she can't see properly. So she thinks she's a girl. Anyways, the underground student council catches the 4 of the guys. They don't catch Kiyoshi because he's in the bathroom until the student council president, underground student council president, finds him and catches him later on. And their punishment was so that either they can get expelled from the school, or a 1 month detention, a 1 month stay in the school's prison. Yes, the school has a fucking prison. Where they get their own like uniforms and everything. And then what about classes? They get their classes streamed in on a video feed. Turns out these four ladies, is it 4 or 5? No, it's 4 ladies. No, these 3 ladies that run the students' council absolutely fucking hate the fact that boys are even at the school. So they make it a personal mission to get them expelled from the school. By doing so, it's easy. So that when I get into the prison, there's three rules. 1, no escape attempts. If you try to escape, it's 2 more months. It's 1 more month add to your sentence. Second escape attempt would be 3 more months add to your sentence, and a third escape attempt is automatic expulsion from the school. At some point during the they end up. So the main person they get work details. They have to like build stuff. They have to I believe they have to fix bathrooms and all that type of stuff. Even during events, they handle purses that when their kids or other students from the academies are coming to do, let's say, competitions. Like I think it was like a relay race. They had to hold their bags and all that. Anyways, they mercilessly beat the crap out of these 5 boys, like to the point where, and now I'm not saying that everyone hates it, like 5 of the boys actually don't hate it. They're like very into it. They're masochists. They don't mind being punished or punched and kicked and all that type of bad shit happening to them. Actually, one of my favorite characters is a dude. I forgot his name is. I think his name is Andrew, or I think his name is Andrew. I might be wrong. And he wears a hoodie, and then there's another one I like. It's the glasses dude. He wears a hoodie. He's really obsessed with. He really likes ants, and he's very quietive and secretive and quiet. But like when he's around the other guys, he talks sometimes, and he's just really a good, kind of like a solitary soul. And what they try to do is they end up basically, first rule they were told by the chairman, which is actually the president's father, the president of the underground student council's father, the chairman of the board / principal, is that they're supposed to be given Sundays and Saturdays off, the weekends, for work. Even though they finished even though they were behind, and then they were supposed to give it off. Then when she goes back to the work detail and sees that they're not behind schedule, they automatically don't get it off, which is breaking rule. They went against the chairman. Next thing is they actually secretly conspired to get them expelled by creating something called the Operation Crushed Testicles. I think it was called, which is they, by any means necessary, they are going to try to get them 2 more strikes to get them expelled. What happened is the first strike was when Kiyoshi ends up escaping to go on the date with the girl he met. Turns out the girl is actually the president's younger sister, undergovernor's sister, and the chairman of the board's daughter. Things keep going. Anyways, so that. It's just really good anime. And the end is they end up winning their freedom and proving their innocence. Not in their innocence, but that they were set up at the end in a very ingenious way. And it was really like one of my favorite moments in anime. Because, and honest to God, I think it was one of those animes where you realize, shit doesn't pay. You don't pay well. In the end of the anime, personally, I'm just going to spoil this one thing. The Underground Student Council, the 3 people, the president, the vice president, and the secretary treasurer thing, that she was, they all get punished the same way the boys do, and they are put in the school prison for no less than 2 months. And I'm pretty sure they're going to get the same level of treatment that the boy are treating the boys to. And one of my favorite moments was right when they're in the chairman of the board's office right before the end of the series, and they're like, he's like, nice shoulder pads, and she rips off her uniform a little bit, and throws what's it called, their prison uniforms, and the vice president the president tries to say something, and she gets conked on the fucking head, I think, if I remember correctly, by the person who's now in charge of their punishment. 3 other people are also in charge. 2 other people were also added on. And the vice president tries to go punch her, and she grabs, she says, and she puts I don't know what it was, like a stick at her, and like, and the president stops her before she can do anything. And he's just like, but before that, you were like, fucking try it. You watch what happens. And I remember watching this and ending and be like, sweet justice. Like, I don't understand that these guys did something really bad. Though, like, no, peeping's wrong, okay? But, like, to be treated like that, let alone being put in prison for it, no. A simple detention should have sufficed. And written up, I'll never do it again, maybe. But, like, a month in their school prison to be treated as hard labor and beating the fucking crap out of almost every single day. It was just, it's one of those animes where you just like, what the fuck? What kind of school is this? And I'm going to say this now. The glasses dude is the literal, I would say, the underlying hero of the story. He basically is the reason they all survive in the end and end up getting free, basically. But great series. Definitely go check it out, Prison School. Really, you will have a great time watching it. It is messed up. There are some funny moments. The things they do to try to get out of there, the slow depravity of the underground school, and the depravity and the disgustingness of the minds for the fucking prisoners. Jeez, Hiyoshi never enjoys any of this moments, like when he's getting beaten up, and he barely ever gets beat up too. But he does get beat up sometimes. So anyways, you all have a good day. I will see you in the next video. Should be the top some anime tropes that I hate, or top 10 anime tropes or whatever it is.